Hey guys, welcome back to JD Mods. In today's video we are going to be vlogging our adventure down to the GTA to look at a parts car for the K-Site build.
So we are actually going to look at an EP3. It has a K20 Z1 motor in it that we're going to be using for the K-Site. And the shell quite possibly will be used for Kyle's EP3 because the shell's in a lot better condition than his is. I am taking the coilovers off of it, and then a bunch of the parts are going to be used to transition to K-Site for the new motor.
Yeah, so like Ali said, it is a K20 Z1, but it's not 100% stock. It has an intake, it has a header, it has exhaust, injectors, K-Pro, and he claims it is tuned and it makes 238 wheel horsepower and 171 wheel torque. So pretty quick motor, and we're hoping that everything, including the header, exhaust, and injector setup, computer, etc., can go straight into the Insight, and then like Ali said, all the leftover parts can be spread apart our other cars. So we're about 45 minutes away. Luckily the snow has calmed down, so we'll probably show you guys on camera what it looks like when we're there, unless we just look at it in person and then show you after the fact. Not quite sure yet, but it should be fun, right? Here we are at our location, and we know it's the right place because there's the Civic right there. Alright guys, so we just finished seeing the car. I abruptly stopped the camera because I realized he was in it and I didn't want it to be weird. But we looked at the car. I didn't film any of the looking at the car because it's freezing cold outside, and I just wanted to kind of get it done with, and we were focusing to make sure we didn't miss anything. But Ali, would you like to explain to them what we saw?
So the shell of the car, which Kyle was hoping to take and put all of his parts from his current EP3 into, is a little bit rougher than we would like.
I might still do it though.
Like, just weird stuff they did, like the door cards, they tried to make it look like a Type R, so they like spray painted the fabric red but over sprayed onto the plastic so it looks shitty. And just like a big chunk of paint is missing off the roof, so it just rusted, and a couple things, but overall I'd say the shell is a little bit better if we fix those few weird.
Yes. And it's not rusty underneath, but the reason for that is that it's oil sprayed, and I never like working on an oil sprayed car, but I do know it's better for the car, so a bit of a predicament there. But we also learned a few things about the motor. So it turns out the motor, and we'll show you guys more in person when the car gets delivered later tonight. I guess we didn't mention that we did buy it.
Yeah, we did buy it.
We did buy it. We put a deposit down.
He didn't want us to drive it home on his insurance, so he's gonna actually be delivering it to us, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, so he's delivering it to us tonight, and then we can make a proper in-depth video of a walk around of the car.
Well, hopefully the weather's not too bad. We can actually make a video.
We will anyway. We will anyway. And so yeah, that's about it for now. We'll get into more of the motor setup and why we bought the car when it's in our hands later tonight. See you then.
So Kyle and I are just at Part Source. He's just running to get a part for my LS400. And outside is this little, I don't even know what you call it, color, gold or mustard? It's an awful color, but a little EP3, and it's actually in really, really good condition.
So here we are. It's been a few days because it's been so cold and snowy, but now it's finally a little more mild outside. So I thought I would do a walk around video of the Civic, which again, we will be using the motor and drivetrain, exhaust and all that on the EP3. And then I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I'm planning on taking the whole motor and drivetrain out of that silver EP3 and putting it into the black one, since I like the look of the black one better. So this EP3, starting from the outside, has a Type R spoiler, which I love the look of. It has some nice dark tint, which my silver EP3 does not. Other than that, the exterior is pretty normal. It has fog lights, which I think is pretty cool. My EP3 again does not have fog lights, so this is a much better shell than mine. But the main reason we bought this was because of what's under the hood. Before the engine bay, I should quickly show you guys the interior. It's pretty normal. There's a 3-gauge pod pillar over there with oil pressure and air fuel ratio, missing a 3rd pod, nothing there. The door cards were kind of painted red. I'm probably going to use my silver EP3 door cards on them because they're a little cleaner. There's an aftermarket stereo in here, different shift boot than mine. but it still has the stock EP3 seats, and everything else is decently clean. So now let's get to the engine bay. So here it is. This is the power plant of our new EP3 that will be going into our little aluminum Insight, soon to be a K-Sight. And then, as I just mentioned, I'll be using this shell because I quite like this black shell. Anyway, this here is, I'll try my best to remember, a K20Z1 from a 0506 RSX with quite a few supporting mods. So really quickly, I'll try and rip through them. Of course, it has the electronic EP3 power steering idler pulley, which is nice because that's electronic power steering as well, so it should all work out very nicely. We have an RBC intake manifold, RDX 410 or 440 cc injectors, cold air intake, a full header, and aftermarket exhaust. I think it has TSX K24 cams, pretty new stage 2 clutch with the 6-speed transmission. My EP3 is 5-speed, so it's a little weird to drive this one. Has a new battery. There's the oil pressure sensor over there for the gauge. A few other little things I know I'm forgetting, but oh, K-Pro of course. And in the end, this car was tuned actually, and it made 238 wheel horsepower, which isn't a lot compared to some turbo cars, but it is naturally aspirated. Red lines at around 9,000 RPM, and the Insight, that will be just amazingly fast. So again, there's one more look at the motor. I can't really, oh, there's the header down there. Has a nice aftermarket header. Cannot remember the name for the life of me. But yeah, quite a cool little motor. Just a tastefully modded K20Z1, around 180,000 kilometers. And that is the EP3 donor car for our K-Swap project. There they are right there, soon to be made into one. So there it is. Now you know what we've been up to and what we're going to get up to in the next few months. If you follow our channel, you will also know the other major project we are working on is manual swapping Ali's LS400 in that garage right there. So this project probably will be on hold until we are done Ali's manual swap, which should be another couple weeks. And then we're going to bring the Insight into the garage, tear it apart, take out all the electronic and hybrid components, and then paint the engine bay, new brake lines, all that good stuff, make it a true race car style build. And then we're going to roll that out of the garage, bring the EP3 in, tear out the motor, transmission, axles, everything, and then put it in this one. Should be a pretty cool series to watch. I don't know if anyone's ever done a full comprehensive how-to style step-by-step videos, but if you are excited to see that, please give our channel a subscribe and comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching.